Dr. Love is in the news again because he is facing additional charges for posing as a doctor and basically carrying out fraudulent activities that scammed elderly people out of tens of thousands of dollars. Now, Malachi is the person that we're talking about, Malachi Love Robinson, who again would make himself out to be some sort of doctor who went to med school when in reality he's not a doctor at all. In fact, the 19-year-old dreamer was arrested for larceny and fraud for posing as a doctor during a previously scheduled court appearance. The self-appointed Dr. Love allegedly racked up between $20,000 and $100,000, by the way, huge disparity there, in ill-gotten gains as well as passing a bad check. Now, he had gotten arrested back in February, if you guys can remember, and the latest charges actually predate that. So they found that he did more illegal stuff before what he got caught in February for. So it's insane. And look, the press interviewed him. Before you comment, I really want you guys to get a sense of how crazy this kid is. Well, he's not a kid, he's a man, but take a look.
But peel back the tape, and the sign on the door has his name and these two crucial letters, MD.
That sign on the door was actually due to be changed. There are many types of degrees out there that hold the title as doctor, whether they are a physicist or an engineer. Just because someone has the title doctor in front of their name does not necessarily imply MD.
Have you had training?
I have shadowed many doctors.
You're saying your training comprises shadowing other doctors, real doctors. That's your training in medicine.
Your training comprises of a lot of things.
But you weren't in med school.
Exactly. So I am not portraying as an MD. I've never said that I've gone to school to be a MD.
But the teen who goes by Dr. Love does advertise an array of treatments on his medical center website, including phototherapy, food and air therapy, and naturopathy.
I have been studying this particular field for a while. May not have been 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, but it has been long enough to, I would say, justify what I do.
Okay, it clearly was not 8 or 9 years because you're 19. You would have had to start at 10 in order for that to work. He's like, well, look, there's a lot of different kinds of doctors. It doesn't have to be an MD. It could be a physicist or an engineer. Oh, really? Are you a physicist or an engineer? No, you're not any of those things. But I have shadowed many doctors.
What is he doing?
This guy's the shadow. The funny thing is, the kid's obviously really bright. He's well-spoken.
Yes.
And he put together elaborate scams. At the age of 19, he has a lot of initiative, right? And all this stuff. But dude, use the initiative to maybe like become an actual doctor.
Yeah. I mean, he's obviously very motivated, hungry, driven. Go to med school, make it happen. And if you're not really interested in medicine and you're interested in scamming people, go work at Wall Street. Like, there's so many options.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'd love Wall Street, dude. and all the things that he did amuses me, including the picture as a doctor. He went through the trouble of doing this in his picture. Like, he knew it. He had the whole thing figured out. It's clearly I mean, at 19, I didn't know what in the world was going on, right?
Yeah.
This kid's already like got a business, pretending to be a doctor, set up the whole thing, tricked all these people.
Yep.
He even came up with his own thing, air therapy. One of the 4 things that they listed in that report.
Yeah.
Okay, he invented that. You know why? There's no such thing as air therapy. He just tells them, oh, no. Oh, you get the air in your lungs. And then that's it.
Well, breathing does really help calm you down in stressful situations.
That's true. If
you
want to live, you got to breathe. And so finally, they asked him about all this, and one other thing he added was like, oh, people are just jealous. And they're just envious of what I've done. No, okay, Dr. Love, they're not just jealous that you're a non-existent doctor, okay, that you're a fake doctor. You can't go around, see, and this is the serious part of the story. And that's why he is in trouble and should be in trouble. You can't go tell someone who's actually sick, go ahead and get air therapy. They need real therapy.
Yeah.
Because if that's what they view to be, they think you're a doctor and they think they already got treated, well, their situation can get a lot worse. So you can't do that. We can't have it. So there's got to be some real consequences here.
Yeah, and remember, he specifically targeted elderly people, and that makes a story that sounds all fun actually become something really disgusting because elderly people are preyed upon all the time in scams. And to know that this guy scammed them out of tens of thousands of dollars makes me sick to my stomach. So I'm glad he got caught, and I hope he faces real consequences for it.
Yeah, you want to scam elderly people, become a Republican governor and misdirect their pension funds.
Did you guys know that you can get the full 2-hour show without commercials? Become a member. tytnetwork.com/join.